Right everyone, today we're going to be covering another counter to the recently released GL Luke. Now in my last video we talked about how to counter the timeout squad of Bastard the Lead with GL Luke and WAT. However, after further testing my Jedi counter against GL Luke lead and Jedi Knight Revan lead, I found it was not effective against these variants. So I had a look around and found a Darth Revan counter that people have been using on some GL Luke teams. While I imagine it works very well against full Jedi squads, I found it to be completely ineffective the second WAT TAMBOR is added into the mix. WAT will always apply the tank tech to GL Luke, which causes a lot of problems towards the second part of the battle, usually buying enough time for us to be taken out by Gas and Jedi Knight Luke. So as you can see in the footage, I got destroyed towards the end due to the tank tech, and I feel most people with GL Luke are going to run WAT as a fifth given how effective the tank tech is at keeping GL Luke from being taken out easily. So today I'm going to go through how to use Darth Revan to counter both GL Luke lead and Jedi Knight Revan lead teams easily, even when the opponent is running WAT. I've found this squad to be very effective, and I've won all of the battles so far I've used this team in. So without any further delay, let's get started. So as always everyone, we're going to need to go through the mods and Zetas this team is going to need to work. We only have 3 relic characters, which is always nice. It allows us to take out one of the strongest teams in the game with much less investment. The gear on WAT and Han is not important, as they both perform their main contribution to the battle on their first turns. Speed is very important on Darth Revan and Darkside Bast. In addition, having relics on Darth Revan, Darkside Bast and Malak is very important too, so be sure to keep this in mind. I'd also like to add that if you are fighting a non-WAT TAMBOR variant of a GL Luke or Jedi Knight Revan lead team, feel free to add in either HK-47 or Marauder over Han, as his only purpose is to stun WAT. So for Zetas, you're going to need all 3 of Darth Revan's, which are going to make him equalise health with the healthiest ally when he falls below 50% health, prevent any assists towards him, and prevent Sith Empire allies from having their turn meter reduced while they are debuffed. You will also need WAT TAMBOR's Zeta so he takes a bonus turn at the start of the battle. In addition, you'll need Darkside Bastard's Zeta, which will grant Foresight to herself and Darth Revan at the start of the battle, and give them both additional potency. These are the main Zetas you absolutely need for this team, but there are a few more which are recommended. I wouldn't say the following are mandatory, but it will help the flow of the battle remain in your favour consistently. The first of these is both of Malak's Zetas, which will give him bonus turns when passing health thresholds and grant fear to opponents who crit him. Raid Han's Zeta is also nice generally, but yields little to no benefit for this team, as his only purpose is to stun WAT. The goal of this team is to fear lock most of the opposing team while we quickly whittle them down. Han plays a key role in preventing WAT from taking a turn, as this is absolutely crucial as the tank tech makes GL Luke a nightmare to deal with. By preventing WAT's bonus turn, we have more than enough time to fear him and then take him out, either with AoEs or by those few turns where GL Luke is not taunting. We are also going to be using WAT's third tech on Darth Revan to keep him fueled with turn meter, so he can repeatedly fear the opposing team. We're then free to deal with the rest of the team with ease, which I'll talk more about later on in the video. So next up we're going to talk about the mods, starting with the team's leader Darth Revan, who we have modded with our fastest mods with a total of 337 speed. Now although he will be gaining a lot of turn meter from WAT's third tech, it's important that you make sure he's as fast as possible, as fear locking is a key mechanic to why this team works so well, and one of the key factors which will determine whether this team is reliable in taking out GL Luke squads. Next up is our Darkside Bast, who we've also modded with more of our fastest mods with a total of 304 speed. Again, as with Darth Revan, speed is the only thing that matters with her. She's going to be an additional source of fear and also applies stagger, which is great for controlling both Lukes who are immune to fear. Her Wild Lightning is also very useful for helping to take out Jedi Knight Revan after WAT on the GL Luke lead teams, so you can avoid Saviour, and while this is not crucial, it is nice for when it's possible to do. Up next is our Malak, who we have modded with 3 health sets and a total of 267 speed. Be sure to mod him with protection primaries even on the arrow, as it's important for him to be tanky, as he's mainly here for health equalization with Darth Revan and to inflict fear on opponents who crit against him. Next up is our WAT TAMBOR, who we have modded with a pretty average speed set and a health set with a total of 255 speed. Now given how low geared mine is, most of the time he's not going to survive long past his bonus turn, but if you have him relicked you might want to consider making him a little more tanky while maintaining a decent speed, as getting his other techs around the team would really help throughout the battle. And finally we have our Raid Han, who we have modded with a crit damage and crit chance set with a total of 197 speed. In all honesty, his mods don't matter too much for this team, as his only purpose is going to be to stun WAT with his bonus turn. After that, he's of no importance to the fight. So now we're going to take a look at the actual battle. As soon as the battle starts, your Han will take the first turn, stun WAT right away, and then apply WAT's weapon mod tech to Darth Revan. After this, your opponent will likely take a few turns and their Jedi Knight Revan will mark someone. If they mark Darth Revan, things get a little tougher, as you'll see in another battle in a few minutes, but it's not the end of the world. Once this has all been done, you next need to make sure you spread fear around as quickly as possible from Darth Revan and Darkside Bast. Be Be sure to always target the leader with Darth Revan, as using Insanity on the leader will fear most of the team, and by using his basic on the leader you will reduce Darth Revan's cooldown so you can fear more frequently. Obviously though, if the chance to kill WAT comes up, you will have to take it if he's close to taking a turn, as if he gets a turn it essentially means you've lost the battle. He cannot be allowed to apply tank tech to GL Luke. Once WAT has finally been killed, the most optimal thing to do next is to try and take out Jedi Knight Revan while making sure most of the opposing team remains feared. On this battle however, I'd simply just focused on Jedi Master Luke and went through Saviour, which is also a lazy option that does work for the most part, but I did this because on this particular battle I was just testing out tactics. Deathmark can also make things a little annoying for targeting Jedi Knight Revan, but you can also take advantage of Wild Lightning's AoE damage when hitting a shocked enemy to accomplish this. Either way though, the battle should be fully in your favour at this point. Don't be afraid if most of your team starts getting wiped out. Most of the time I find only Darth Revan and Bastila are alive at the end. This is absolutely normal and nothing to be concerned about. So we're coming to the end of the battle now. Once Jedi Knight Revan is dead, continue applying fear, but on an opening to kill Gas and Jedi Knight Luke, be sure to take them, as they both hit fairly hard, especially Gas. Personally, I like to take out Gas at this point first, simply because he's the biggest threat, but there is an argument to go for Jedi Knight Luke first due to his fear immunity. Either way though, the choice is up to you. We're going to take a look at another battle next and show how it plays out when killing Jedi Knight Revan before Saviour goes off. So same as last time, we need to stun WAT right away and prevent him from applying any tech, but on this battle unfortunately our Darth Revan got marked early on, which is probably the worst thing that can happen, but you can still easily win the battle. Given we had no fear available and GL Luke was not yet taunting, I decided to get a solid hit on WAT TAMBOR, and then managed to get a wave of fear out from our Dark Side Bast, which just about prevented WAT from taking a turn. After this, we continued to focus him down when possible until Insanity was off cooldown, at which point we applied Darth Revan's fear to the opposing team. At this point we were back on track and able to finally take out WAT TAMBOR. We then began chipping away at Jedi Knight Revan whenever we were not locked behind GL Luke. Even when doing this though, be sure to target GL Luke when using Insanity for mass fear, and even use Darth Revan's basic on the leader to keep his cooldowns reducing faster. Be sure to keep shock applied to GL Luke so you can utilise Bastila's Wild Lightning to take out Jedi Knight Revan when he's at the point where he's about to die. Darth Revan's AoE will also help to damage him while you're stuck behind GL Luke. While playing this tactic, it's very important to make sure that Jedi Knight Revan is the first Jedi to die, as he's the only one who will not be affected by Saviour if he's not in the leader slot. On this battle however, we had a chance to take him out with a basic from Darth Revan, so we didn't need the perfect setup. I also forgot to mention it's very helpful to keep GL Luke ability blocked with Bastila's basic, and to manipulate the effects of stagger to prevent both Lukes from taking too many turns. This allows less overall damage to your team, and seriously helps you to keep control of the battle. Darth Revan's AoE is absolutely amazing for proccing stagger on Jedi Knight Luke when he's close to taking a turn, and at this point it plays out pretty much the same as before. However, because GL Luke did not proc Saviour on this battle, it could be beneficial to just finish him off. Again, at this point though, it's more of a personal preference who to kill first. So we're now going to take a look at one last battle against the Jedi Knight Revan lead variant, which actually plays very similar and in my opinion is actually easier. As usual, stun WAT, then third tech on Darth Revan, apply fear from Darth Revan's Insanity to the leader, and then be sure to take out WAT the first chance you get. After this is done, however, we're going to have to focus down Jedi Knight Revan as quickly as possible, and unfortunately we are going to have to kill him twice due to Saviour now working on him, due to him being in the leader slot. However, this is still a lot easier, as without WAT TAMBOR, GL Luke has no way of taunting in this lineup, so it's a lot easier to get around the team and to target whoever you want. I also found stagger to be extremely helpful in keeping the opposing team from taking turns, even more so with this lineup. Once Jedi Knight Revan has been killed twice, quickly take out Jedi Knight Luke and Gas, and then focus down GL Luke at the end. You can pretty much ignore GL Luke in this lineup until the end, as without his taunt he won't really cause too many issues for the team, and he's way less of a threat than Gas or Jedi Knight Luke. Once this battle is finished up, we're going to take a quick look at the mods of my opponents. So now I'm going to show you all a slideshow of the mods my opponents use, not including the footage shown in the intro. The first two battles are against the same player, so I'll only be showing 2 sets of mods. And that's all for today everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the video and learned a lot about yet another great counter to the new GL Luke. So far he's been pretty underwhelming in my opinion, and he's seriously lacking behind all 3 of the other GLs. I have a feeling CG might give him a small buff soon, potentially something to make him immune to ability block, or maybe add in some anti-Sith synergy, as I must admit this is a very easy counter, and as long as you have the mods to keep up, it is extremely reliable. As always everyone, please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, join my Discord server and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you all very soon.